Hello friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I want to show you how I go about making a plant pot. This is a very simple to follow video and this is kind of the base of how I make most of my plant pots. So if you learn this technique you can just modify some of the steps and get different results. So let's get on it. I want to start with a sketch. I'm gonna make my sketch on the top plane right here, and I'm gonna make a circle somewhere about 80 millimeters. Now this circle is only as a guide to help me get these lines in place. So these are the lines that are gonna create the ribs of the pot. So now I've created these two. I don't need the circle anymore. And I'm gonna select everything and create a circular pattern with the center point in the middle. And I want somewhere around 14 of them. Okay. Now, because all of these lines are intersecting, and I don't want that, what I want to do is grab this dot and move it on top of the other one, and that will give me a beautiful enclosed pattern. Okay. Let's finish the sketch and then let's go to create a form. I want to select everything but the middle, so I'm going to do that by holding Ctrl and click on the middle, and then I'm going to create an extrude. My extrude is going to be around 80 millimeters, and I want to add another face right here on the front face, so I have two faces. Okay. And now we're going to check if we have only one body, and we do. And I want to start modifying. So I'm going to modify. I want to select this tool here, selection filter. I want to select the edge, and I want to select, double click this edge. And first of all I want to drop it down a bit by pulling onto this arrow. And if I spin around, I want to make it slightly bigger. That's going to give me this. And maybe a little bit more bigger. And then twist it slightly. Now it's going to give me this. Okay. I want to do the same thing with the top. So I want to double click on the line, select the top, make it slightly larger and twist it. Okay. That gives me a pretty decent looking plant pot. Okay. Now let's finish the sketch. And what we have here is a plant pot without thickness on the walls and without the bottom. So let's fix that. Let's go to surface and patch. We're gonna patch the bottom and we're gonna patch the top. Okay. Now we have at this point one body, which is the body of the pot. We have a bottom and we have a top. But these ones are not connected to each other. So if we select everything, we can just stitch them. Okay? And as we look at it, at the moment we have a solid body with a top and a bottom and everything else. Now there's a couple more things we need to do, and first of all is create a space where we can pot our plant. So we do that by looking at the middle of the pot. Okay, so we're gonna inspect. We're gonna look at the selection analysis, and we're gonna take one of these planes. Okay, so what that does is gonna look at the middle of the object through this plane. Okay, so what I want to create now is a sketch onto this plane. I want to take a straight line and go up 3 millimeters. That's going to be the thickness of the bottom of my plant pot. Then I want to take another line, take it like that, somewhere there. I'm going to take another line, take it somewhere here, one here, and then we're going to take another line from this point, and we're going to go all the way up. That's it. I don't care about these lines anyway, so I'm going to leave them there. And what that gives me is it's a profile that I can simply revolve around this axis and say okay. Now that kind of cuts into my pot, so let's fix that. I'm simply gonna go to the timeline, I'm gonna go to my sketch, and I'm gonna grab this point and just drag it around here somewhere. Finish sketch, and that should solve all our problems. Okay, now if we hide the analysis, you see we have a beautiful plant pot ready to send to print. There's only one thing I would like to do extra onto this pot, is to make some holes into the bottom for draining water, and that I will do by creating a sketch and create a circle about 5 millimeters, and I'm gonna do another one somewhere here about 5 millimeters, and I'm gonna take this circle and create a circular pattern with a center point in the middle. That's gonna give me 3, 4, 5, 6, and say okay. Now I'm gonna just select, holding shift, select every one of them and say finish sketch. Oh, I didn't select this. And then extrude by -4. That gives me this beautiful pattern on the bottom of my plant pot, and now my plant pot is ready to send to the 3D printer. So that's it, that's the plant pot done. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.